Hello, come on in. My name is Seymour Chwast, and I'm a graphic designer and illustrator. What started me in drawing and illustrating was watching Snow White, Walt Disney's first feature-length film. Later on, I was in a high school in Brooklyn where I had a terrific teacher, and I learned about posters, the history of poster designs, and that helped me to get into Cooper Union. Being in New York, I remember going to used magazine stores and learning a lot about printing and publishing. And I learned a lot from going to museums where I could see the work of artists, painters, graphic artists, especially in the Museum of Modern Art at the time. Ben Shon's work, Sol Steinberg, artists like Daumier and Francisco Goya, whose work I really loved. But in every case, there was some sort of message involved. While at school, my classmates, it was Ed Sorel, Milton Glaser, Reynold Ruffins, the four of us started a studio, a business called Pushpin. And in order to promote ourselves, we did a magazine, eventually the Pushpin Graphic, where we could do whatever we want, where you can show the kinds of things that we were interested in. Pushpin, what we were doing here was making illustration much more graphic, much more immediate, much more expressive. It wasn't doing art for art's sake. It was doing it because the work had to be beautiful, but also had to say something. And that went on for about almost 25 years. This fudgesicle was used in an ad for our printer of the Pushpin Graphic. The rainbow so represents the range of colors that the printer uses, and just as it became a positive image. So it was silly, but it was an interesting object. I always look for some sort of visual joke in there somewhere. This is going to be 20 feet tall on the side of a building in Los Angeles. Amazing.
My name is Juan Carlos Aguilar, and I'm a sign painter. I picked up sign painting through being interested in letters and graffiti art.
He's one of the originators in Los Angeles as far as graffiti, so I look up to this guy.
So we just take the artwork, figure out all the measurements on paper, and made a grid pattern for it. It's a process called scale drawing. Divide up your drawing into 1-inch squares, and then on the wall you do it at 1-foot squares. And we just sketch it up there, get all our drawings in first before we paint. And that's pretty much how we approach it, just drawing it all out, lay it out, and start painting. And then it just comes together like a puzzle. People can't help to smile after looking at it, so I think it's going to serve a great purpose. I think murals really bring just color to the neighborhood, to the community. And I always believe that a sign, even if it fades, it still looks beautiful.
I think we did some few good pieces of work. I'm still doing it and having fun.